Oh, good morning, everybody. Okay, I'm gonna start by saying I'm sure that you're doing your best. And this live is gonna be a very, just check the boxes that fit you and check the boxes, like ignore the boxes that don't. But these are really, really common for people that, hey Clarence, for people that I work with, for people that I see online, for all these different questions that come up in groups constantly. And so 5 things you need to be doing in your business right now. I'm gonna cover those. I'm gonna cover 5 things you gotta ditch immediately, like quit and forever quit and never go back, commit to quit. You have to stop. So if you don't know, like sometimes people get advice from different random sources online, or they have mentors in the offline world that are giving them suggestions, and that doesn't really apply to the online space. Like a lot of the old marketing tactics or like traditional methods of marketing and advertising and selling in your business don't really apply the same way online. And so there's this idea that, oh, I'm doing this and it's not working, it should be working, maybe it's me. It's probably not you, it's probably the method. And so I want to clear that up for people. Sorry, that bathroom sign is just really distracting. I just had to get it out of my pain. Okay, so hey Andy. Oh, Tampa Bay, my family's in Tampa Bay. I got 3 people in Tampa Bay, siblings and mom. Clarence, good, yeah, come back for this, Clarence. Clarence, you might know this stuff already, I'm sure that you do. But okay, so 5 things I'm going to start with, or 5 things I want to start with are the things that you need to quit right now, please. Okay, so direct messaging cold. This is when you see people that are, you're like, oh, I didn't even know you were on my friends list. What are you doing hitting up my inbox right now? And they're like, hey, I just wanted to know if you were ever interested in buying XYZ. Block, like not for nothing, that's not the type of person I would have in my space, because that's not valuable to me, that's not helpful to me. I'm constantly delivering and giving out free value to people all the time, like through these lives and through my trainings and my group. And if they're on my friends list somehow and they're not getting that yet, then I'm not speaking to them, right? They're not getting it, so I have to get rid of that. So don't direct message people cold with an offer. Don't direct message them with a, hey, jump in my group. Don't direct message with them with a sales link or like a web page. Like you don't, hey Christina, don't do any of that. Like that is such a turn off. It's such a turn off. It's like people all the time in the online space refer to that as like asking for a marriage proposal before you take them out on the first date. That's like an overused analogy. I don't really like it. I think it's annoying now, but that's what it is. It's when you're coming in hot and you're like, let's do this. Grab my link, jump in my group. And it's like, I don't even know you, man. Like, chill. So direct messaging cold is not okay. Nobody likes a cold call, and this is the same thing. This is the online version of a cold call. So do not ever put a link in a group. Don't put a link in a direct message. Groups don't respect that. You can ask permission if you want from the admin, and if they give it to you, fine. But even when you're in a group conversation, when somebody's like, oh my gosh, that's amazing information, how do I learn more? Then you can say, hey, no problem, I'll message you and give you more information. And then in the message you say, hey, I'm gonna throw you my link and you can join the group. You have to ask permission to give them the link. Like you don't just like open their front door and go, hey, I'm in here. It's like you gotta ask permission. So, hey Pam, cutie pie. So that's number 1. Don't direct message cold. That's gross. Number 2, don't post like I said, as part of this, don't post your links to your sales page anywhere that they'll let you. Don't just, like, I've seen, it's so awful. Like I've had posts up where I'll do a post on like maybe business tips or like sharing somebody else's story and how great it is. And then I will see somebody that just puts a link to their sales page in there. I'm sorry, this is completely irrelevant to what I just posted. This has no business here. And oh, by the way, like nobody's gonna care about that weird sales link that we don't know what it's for and why you put it up here and who you are. Like don't post your links to sales pages, to webinars, to groups. Don't post them like wherever you can just put them. That's junk mail. Nobody's gonna click on that. And you could waste your time and send out 200 of those on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. You could do that 200 a day, and yeah, maybe like it's a numbers game, you'll get some bites, but like that's exhausting and you're not gonna get the right people. So please don't do that. I'm hoping that this is like an obvious one for the people that watch me. So, Jean-Francois. And then, but I have to say it anyway, because I'm still seeing it somehow, and I'm like, these are adults that are doing this. What is going on? Do not hit up people's inbox with a cold invite to your private group. Okay, so the private group, this is kind of like I said, don't direct message, don't message cold, but like the private group invites. If you're going to invite people to your groups or to like your pages, please customize the invite, because if you're spending the time to say, hey, I think you'd be a really good fit for this group, or I think that you would enjoy the content on this page and I'm inviting you to like it, or I'm inviting you to join it, then you need to be personalizing it so that they know that you care and you're talking specifically to them. Otherwise, it's obviously a mass invite and you don't care, you're just trying to grab whoever, wherever. The message that sends to me is that this group is for anybody and it's not special for me. It doesn't fit me exactly. They're just trying to get their numbers up. So if you want a certain type of people in your group, like you've niched down and you know who your ideal client is, do them a favor and be a human being and personalize that invite. I don't know if it's possible to do it on mobile. You can definitely do it on your computer though. So take the extra second or wait and just do it when you get back to your desk or to your computer, and just don't do it from your mobile if it doesn't let you. Christina, yeah, you can do it on your laptop, or your desktop or wherever, your computer. And I might do a training on that in the group, because I know people have mentioned that they're not sure about how to do that. You can Google it though too. Like you can just Google that. It's just when somebody, I hardly, by the way, I'm saying this because I hardly ever get that. I think I've gotten that 3 times in my life. And I'm always very intentional about saying, hey, I'd love you to join this group because you fit this box, this box, this box, and I think that this would really help you. If not, that's totally fine, but I didn't want to leave you out. So, and I'll say something like, I'll personalize it to them too. Like, this is not just, I'm not blasting out. I don't want everybody in my group. I don't want certain people in my group. I want everybody in my group that's going to be climbing to the next level, that wants the training, that wants the help, that wants to take themselves to an uncomfortable place so they can grow and get more money. I want people that are encouragers, right? I don't want anything negative in my group. So I'm not going to just random blanket blast everybody on Facebook to be like, hey, join my group. Could you maybe get my numbers up? I don't care about the numbers. I care about the quality inside the group. So, hey, Natasha, I miss you, beautiful girl. So the other one is post and ghost. So we talk about showing up authentically online a lot, right? I talk about that. You have to show up online. You have to show up for your brand, especially if you're self-branded. Okay, so here's the difference if you're confused about what self-branding is. I run Revolution Health Quarters. My husband and I created that. So this is a national company and we run it out of our office in Buffalo. That's not a self-brand. That's its own brand. Sandra Hasley & Co. is a self-brand. That is my coaching consulting business. So if I'm self-branded, I need to show up for my people as myself, and that better be authentic, because if I'm showing up some way and then I come into and you come in to train with me, or you come in to coach with me, and you buy coaching, you buy one of my programs, and then you're taking a digital course, or you're on a phone call with me as a client of mine, and you're like, this is not at all what you sounded like online. This is not at all what any of your videos were like. Like, what? This is weird. I just feel like I wasted my money. This doesn't feel right. Like, no, you have to be from start to finish who you are. And you think sometimes I have to act a certain way because I want people to really like me and I want them to feel like I care. So maybe I should polish myself up a little bit. Or maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't show up if my hair looks stupid. Just show up if your hair looks stupid. You guys have seen me show up with my hair looking stupid, with my lumberjack man voice. You've seen all of that. Like, I got a double ear infection. I'm showing up with the raspiest, disgusting voice, and you don't hate me for it. I love you guys for that. So, so you just have to show up authentically and consistently. So the whole point is that I'm saying don't post and ghost. What's that, Sandra? Post and ghost is when you gain up the courage to show up online and you post something, or you do a live, or you throw up a video real quick of yourself, to train somebody on something, and then you just disappear for 2 weeks. And you're like, why isn't anybody coming? I did that video. The percentage of people that will see that one thing that you did on your friends list is so freaking low. It's so low. It's so hard to get the engagement up. Facebook will favor you when you are consistent. Facebook will favor you when you're doing live videos. The static post or the inspirational posts, when I say static, I mean just writing something real quick with no picture, no context or anything. If you put an inspirational post up, that's fine. But that doesn't move me. I'm not moved by some graphic with a mountain background, like from a quote that Gandhi said. Love me some Gandhi, but that's not gonna move me. Like, what's gonna move me is you telling me what you went through so that you get to where you're at, and the fact that you're willing to help other people do the same. Tell me your mission. Tell me why you're doing this. Like, that's what inspires people. People wanna get out of their crap. People wanna get unstuck. People want a reason to get up in the morning and keep going. Like, my reason is like, I know what it's like to be a woman in corporate, to be a woman in your own business, to be stuck, to feel like crap, to feel like that man is making 35% more than me. He's doing jack squat. I'm making millions of dollars for this company. He's getting paid more and they're keeping him around. What the F? I need to get out on my own. I need to do this on my own. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to run a business. I don't know how to open up a brick and mortar. But I'm gonna dig in and find out everything I need to know. And then guess what happened, guys? I get doctors calling me from all across the country and Canada going, how did you do this? I've been in practice for 10 to 20 years, 30 years, and I'm not getting the results you're getting, Sandra. How did you do this? This is why I started stepping into full-time coaching, because people freaking need it. They're sitting there trying their best for 10, 20, 30 years, and they're not getting the results that I could get in 1 year. They need my help. I have to be out there. I have to share my mission. I have to get them the results. Like, they're not trying to screw up. They're not trying to like walk home and have their spouse and kids disappointed in them. They need help. So that's my mission and I share it. And so show up consistently, show up as yourself, and let them know who you really are and what your mission is. Don't be ashamed of that. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable about that. Like the whole like vulnerability, oh, I'm nervous of people judging me. I get it. Like I hid on social media until 5 years ago. Hid. And oh, by the way, 5 years ago, I was still hiding. A year ago is when I really showed up and started doing like my first lives. So, hey Mara, so I get why you hide. I did it for a long time. But it turns out when you're helping people online, they don't spend any of their energy or waste their time judging you. They're like, that's awesome that she's helping. Let me see what I can take from that. Let me see how I can use that and better myself, or where I can go with that. Or maybe I can share that with somebody who I know needs that help. That's what they're busy doing. They're not like, you look weird. Your mascara is funky. It probably is. I do stuff in the car. Sorry, don't tell the cops. But they don't judge you for that. They're like, that's cool that she's helping. I was so afraid that people were going to judge me on my first live. And one of the guys that I was afraid of judging me, because he was never mean to me, but he was like funny in high school. So funny and clever. So it was always like, is he going to make fun of me a little bit? And in good faith, but like it would make me feel scared and uncomfortable and vulnerable. No, he hit me up in direct message later and was like, I'm so proud of you for helping people the way that you're helping people. I haven't spoken to this man in 18 years and he was just there to be like, hey, you're doing a good job. Keep doing it. That's what happens when you show up authentically online. People can feel that you're real. So do that. Do more of that. The other thing I want you to stop doing. Can you stop bragging about what you're doing online and how much money you're making? Stop talking about how much you have and how much the boat costs, how much the car costs, how much Sometimes there's a certain group of people that are like, yeah, look at all my money. And other people are like, yes, I want all that money. That's amazing. Most people aren't like that. Most people are like, I just want a little bit more freedom. I just want a little bit of, a little bit more time in my schedule. I don't want to work this hard because it hurts, because it's stressful. I just want to see my kids more. Like my husband needs me to show up more. If you talk about the things that you can do to help them get those things in life, get that relief in life, and stop being like, look at my two-tone leather seats, everybody. Like, cool. Like, I'm happy for you. I really am. But like that does not inspire me. That does not inspire action. What helps me is like, show me how to find more joy. Show me how to find more time in my day. Show me how to get some vacation in with my family. Show me how to earn more money, but like stop being so stressed. Help me how to earn more money and simplify my business. Yes, I can do that all day. And I'm not gonna shove my stuff in your face. And I'm not gonna tell you what my paycheck looks like. You know what I mean? Like that does not inspire people. It might make people move a little bit, but it's not coming from a place of inspiration. It's coming from a place of lack, scarcity. I'm afraid that I'm not gonna be making more. Look at what they're doing. I'm still not doing that. It makes them like, I feel like I'm missing out. I don't want to create fear in people that they're not doing what I'm doing yet, and that's a problem in their life. You don't have to be doing what I'm doing yet. I pull people along with me. I'm ahead of a lot of people in business, but I'm here to like pull you with me and share what I've used, share what actually works, so you can stop doing the crap that doesn't. And John says, thanks for the tips, need to go. Inspire. Okay, I will catch up with you later. And I'm glad you were on. So for the most part, yes, some people might like it, but it's not coming, it doesn't feel good for people to see that and read that all the time. It feels like they're not doing something right and they don't know how to fix it. It feels like they sit and they stew in it and they feel bad about themselves. And that's just like, you might not be trying to make people feel that way. You might just be feeling good about what you've got and where you've come, but like, can you frame it different? Like, please frame it different for people. They're sitting there feeling awful about themselves, and that's why they're online trying to figure out how to make it better. So with that in mind, let's talk about 5 things you need to be doing right now in your business. Number 1, get crystal clear on what you do and how you help people. So it's the only way that you can create content that actually makes sense. It's the only way that you can create content to help people. Because if you don't know exactly who you're talking to, I did a training, where was it? I don't know, one of my groups, a private group, about this, and I'm gonna share it with you. Okay, so when you are talking to your mother and you're talking to a 3-year-old, you might be talking about the same things, but you say it very differently. Your mother is gonna pick up that sarcastic look on your face, and the 3-year-old is just gonna hear your words. You know what I mean? Like, there is a difference between talking to this person and talking to that person. It's the way you frame it, it's your tone, it's your language, it's your canter, it's your speed, it's your directness versus your, like, I don't know, ethereal general responses. Yeah, Diana, speak your client's language. Exactly. You can only do this when you know who the person is. It's true. It's true. And sometimes people think they know who their client is, but you have to really like dig deeper. A lot of times you're like, I help women over 40. There's a lot of different types of women who are over 40, a lot of different educational states, a lot of different cultural classes, a lot of different ethnicities, a lot of different like cultural country like influx. People are coming from like first generation, second generation. Their languages, forget like their actual language, but what was I gonna say? Their phraseology and the way that they speak to their friends, that's gonna be different than somebody who's born and raised in America too. Like, know your person, because you might be funny, but they might not know it, because they're not even like, they're like, that's not how we joke where I come from. You know what I mean? You have to say it to the right people the right way. So get crystal freaking clear on who you serve. And then also beyond that, know exactly how you help them. Exactly how you help them. Not like, hey, I've got a bullet point list of things that I do for people. How about, how do you help them? Like for me, example, I could talk to you about all my courses, all the steps, all the stages, whatever. I could talk to you about my digital stuff, my audios, my downloads, my workbooks. I could talk to you about all of that. I never do, because it doesn't matter. Because what I bring to people is a simplification process so they can simplify their business and scale their income and their impact to the next level. Oh, I've only been making 5 figures, like a pretty good 5 figures, but I've only been making 5 figures for like 2 years now, 3 years now. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I feel a little bit stuck. Shouldn't I be getting more than this? Let's get to 6 figures. That's what I do for people. I help them create more joy in their life, more time, more simplicity, so that they can enjoy more, create more, have more energy, have more money, have more freedom. Like, that's what I do. So that's the stuff I talk about. I don't talk about the minutia, because people don't care. Like, they don't care how, they just care like what? Like, what do you give me? What do you do for me? Why am I gonna work with you? So that's the only way that you're gonna know. So that's how you create content. When you know who you're talking to and you know exactly how you help them, you come from that place. You start typing from that place. You create lives from that place. So number 2, really help people, like really genuinely help people. I'm coming on here to tell you guys, like, I'm blasting through like the bullet points of what you really need to stop doing and what you really need to start doing all the time consistently in your business, because I really want you to get better. And I freaking hate that feeling of being like, I'm trying, I'm doing all the things, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, nothing's working, what is wrong? That's why I'm helping you, because I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling. I have 4 children and three businesses now that I run, and I don't have time to, like, a 4th opening up. I don't have time to be stuck. I have to make progress. And even 1% progress makes us feel amazing. That's why we get up in the morning. So really help people. Number 3, provide an offer only if you have a good relationship with somebody. So like I said, it's kind of like the don't spam people, but like create the relationship. And I know sometimes it feels like, yeah, I will create a relationship, but I have to get the money first so that they're my client and then I can have a relationship with them. But no, you actually have to provide them with value and content and help and support and like be a human being first. Then maybe they'll work with you. And they usually do. But like, you really have to show up for them and show them that you care, because if they're gonna spend any money with you at all, $5, $6,000, $10,000, they're gonna wanna know that give a crap about them and that you actually care about their progress. Otherwise it doesn't matter. And that's why people don't come, because maybe you feel too salesy because you're not showing up for them and you're not building a relationship. Here's an example. You see somebody in a group that you're in and you're like, they're pretty cool. I like their responses to stuff. They seem like they have a good sense of humor. I like them. Friend request. And then you just like a couple of their things and you're like, why aren't they working with me yet? How about talk to them? How about like see what their life is like? How about what are they working on? Like, what do they do? Do they have a family? Check out their profile. What are they into? Like, oh my gosh, this is you can find interesting things about every single person online. People are awesome. You can find things that light you up about somebody else, something interesting that you've never done or that places you've never gone. Talk to them about that. Like, get to know them. And it's not going to take long before you're like, yeah, they're my people, or no, they're not. Just do it. You have to dedicate time each day to do that. So number 5, post content that is engaging and valuable and do it consistently. I kind of covered this already, but it's worth mentioning it again, because specifically content that is going, like this kind of content you can actually use right away in your business and go for it. Ada, I do have a lot going on, but that's why my whole thing, that's why I do what I do, because I have so much going on and I've learned very well how to be hyper productive, so productive. And I've got 4 kids and I've got 3 businesses and 4 on the way. And apparently I like the number 4. And you can do it. Like, you can do those things. You don't have to be like overwhelmed all the time. I have a great life. I have a good integration of work and home. I have a great family life. I'm not in the office 50 hours a week. I'm in the office like 30. That's it. Like, you can do it. You can do this. I've got 3 businesses and a 4th on the way with 4 kids, and I'm only in the office about 30 hours a week. Like, so when you're like, oh, I don't have time for anything, I don't know how to do this, I don't know, when am I going to find time? Don't come to me with how are you going to find time? I mean, do come to me. I'll show you exactly how to find time. But like, don't complain to me, because there is a way. There's definitely a way. I help people with that all the time. And then you're the boss. I am the boss sometimes, but sometimes my kids are the boss, Ada. So bring them consistent value. And I'm talking about, guys, like, post every day. Post every day something helpful. It doesn't have to be a novel. It doesn't have to be like, you don't have to do lives every single day, but like, post helpful content that's gonna, whatever you do, whatever your service is, whatever you show up with online to help people with, do that and do it every single day. And so if you're doing business online and you want an income from that business, you're gonna have to show up as the expert that you are. Otherwise, nobody will know. Everyone's like, well, she just does this. I don't know how good she is. You have to show them that you're the expert. You have to provide value and genuine help, and you have to build a network of engaged followers that are like, yeah, she is. Look at her do it again. She's doing it again. Look at her help that person. Love those testimonials. Oh my gosh, I want that in my life. And then you offer your services to the people like that you can really, really help. And you get to decide who you're working with. And 2020 is like, gosh, I don't know if you guys are hearing this as much as I'm hearing this, but I'm hearing from so many people like, there is so much opportunity in 2020. Look what's popping off in 2020. It is. It's not a joke. It's not like, oh, there's this energy in 2020 that's different and I love it and I'm on board for it. Like, yeah, there is. Whatever, there is. But opportunities are popping for people who are looking for them. They're blowing up. I mean, if I look at my 2019, like Q4, I'm going, what the F just happened? That's why I did a video on it. It was like, what is going on with my life? If you look for the opportunities and if you invest in yourself and your business, you're going to get them, period. It's like not even rocket science. It's like a formula, like plug and play. So whether you're just starting your business and you're not sure how to grow it, or you've grown your business to a certain point and you are not sure how to get to the next level, my group coaching program is opening up spots. I'm gonna have a limited number of spots and it's gonna get you there. I'm doing this, I think, later this week, and I will keep you posted. So if you want early access to find out if you're gonna be a good fit to my group coaching, I will add my link in the comments so that you can grab a spot on my schedule. 30 minutes, I'm gonna find out about your business and what your goals are, and we'll see if we wanna work together. And if not, I never leave anybody hanging. I always leave you with something that you can do for your business specifically right away, because you need structure, you need a proven sales method, you need a content creation plan, you have to have it, you need accountability and the foundation for all the results for those big goals that you're getting. That's what you need. So that's why group coaching is so amazing. And this is exactly how people get a 4-figure year. So can you be successful on your own? Some people are, but the stats don't support it. They just don't support it. So what I do know is that having a method that's proven and a mentor to customize your stuff for your specific business, and the accountability of somebody who believes and cares about you, that makes all the difference in the world between somebody giving up, throwing in the towel on their dream and being like, I don't know what to do, forget it, versus somebody who has a business that's thriving and breaks through their goal and then has a new big goal and breaks through that and gets to the next one. Like, if you've never had that, do you have any idea how exciting that is? It's so exciting, because if you've never had that and you think it's not possible for your business, you're lying to yourself. It is, and I see it all the time, and it's so much fun as a coach to watch people go, look what I'm doing now, and look where I'm reaching, and I've got a client in India, and I've got a client in the UK, and I've got a client in Arizona, and all these people are like so on board with what I'm doing, and look at all the money I'm making. This means that my husband gets to quit his second job. This means that I get to go on vacation for the first time in my life with my family. Like, this is the stuff that you can do in your business, and you don't have to work 40 hours a week to do it. So I'm going to put the comments or the link below in the comments for the calendar. So if you want to get on my schedule and get on the phone, we'll find out if it's a good fit for you. It's going to be opening up in February, but I'll let you guys have early access, and then and we'll chat. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and I promise to get back to every single person that put a comment in there right now. So as soon as this wraps, I will go back and do it. I love you guys for showing up, and I hope that you absolutely murder this last bit of your month and then on to the rest of 2020. Talk to you guys soon.